Good morning, all. Today we discuss the last topic from the chapter microwave spectroscopy. We discuss the spectrum of symmetric top molecules. In the first session of this chapter, we have discussed the classification of molecules based on the principal moment of inertias. In that case, we have discussed about symmetric top molecules. For symmetric top molecules, we know that the moment of inertias IB is equal to IC, and that is not is equal to IA. And then we classified the symmetric top molecules into two categories. And first one is the prolate symmetric top, and the second is oblate symmetric top. So now we discuss the spectrum of symmetric top molecules. So for a symmetric top, there are two independent moment of inertia. Because of, we know that IB and IC are equal. They must be same, and IA is different. So there are two independent moment of inertia. Therefore, there must be two direction of rotation in which the molecule might absorb or emit energy. So the different rotations are, first one is the rotation about the top axis or the molecular symmetry axis, and the other in a direction perpendicular to this axis. Here we discuss a prolate symmetric top, that is methyl chloride, CH3Cl. Here we know that the CCl bond is the molecular symmetry axis. Consequently, we need two quantum numbers to describe the degree of rotation. First one for IA and the other one for IB. In the case of rigid rotor, we take J as the quantum number. We express the energy in terms of, in centimeters, what is the energy levels of a rigid diatomic molecule is represented as, how can we represent it? It is B into J into J plus 1. Okay. Epsilon J is equal to B into J plus 1, where B is the rotational constant. Okay. And in a similar way, here there are two independent directions of rotation. So here we have to use two quantum numbers. So let it be J and K. So we know that to obtain the energy values in the case of atomic case or molecular orbitals, we must use the Schrodinger equation to find the energy levels. So solving the Schrodinger equation, we get the energy levels as Ejk is equal to h square divided by 8 pi square Ib into J plus 1 plus h square divided by 8 pi square Ia minus h square divided by 8 pi square Ib into K square. Here, this J and this K are quantum numbers. Okay. We mentioned previously that here there must be two quantum numbers J and K, and in the rigid diatomic molecule we know that the quantum number J varies from 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. Okay, but here there is two quantum numbers. First is J and the second is K, and J is varies from 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. And the K is varies from the value of K is changes as 0 plus or minus 1 plus or minus 2 etc. up to plus or minus J, or we can write it as it is start from minus J and end at plus J. Okay, so the first one minus J and the second is minus J plus 1 and minus J plus 2 etc. Then the last one must be equal to plus J. Okay, and we rewrite this equation in a simple form as this is h square divided by so we express this equation. Here it is in joules and here it is in centimeter inverse. Okay, then here the value of A, B, C it is in the value of A, B, C is given in joules. Here it is expressed in joules. If it is tried in centimeter inverse, A must be equal to H divided by, how can obtain it centimeter inverse? We have to divide it by HC. Okay, then H divided by 8 pi square IA C, and B is equal to H divided by 8 pi square IBC, and C is equal to H divided by 8 pi square ICC, where this is capital C and here it is small c. Okay, here it is the speed of light, and here it is the we write it for h divided by, it is some constant similar to rotational constant. Okay, so this is the expression for, this expression is for prolate symmetric top, and this is for oblate symmetric top. The only difference, look at here, here it is for prolate, it is a minus b into k square, and in the case of oblate, it is c minus b k square. Okay, the value of j is 0, 1, 2, 3, etc., and the value of k is equal to 0 plus or minus 1 plus or minus 2 plus or minus 3, etc., up to plus or minus j. Okay, it is like that. You have familiar with the orbital quantum number capital L, orbital quantum number capital L, and the magnetic quantum number ml. Okay, the orbital quantum number L and the magnetic quantum number ml. Then we know that the L may have the values, if they have the values 0, 1, 2, 3, etc., then, and ml must have the values minus L to L integers. Okay, that is minus L, minus L plus 1, etc., up to plus L. Okay, it is a similar one, and here it is the rotational quantum number J, and here also K is, this in the case of special case symmetric top molecule, then the quantum number K is 0 to 0 plus or minus 1 plus or minus 2, etc., up to plus or minus J. So look at here, this J represent the total angular momentum of the molecule, and K represent the projection of the total angular momentum upon the molecular symmetry axis. Okay, we have you studied a diagram like this? Here, this vector gives the orbital angular momentum, total angular momentum. Then its magnitude must be equal to what? Root of L into L plus 1. Okay. Here in the similar way, here it is, if it is represented by this quantity, here it must be equal to root of J into J plus 1. Okay. Then this must be the values of K. Okay. This must be the values of K's. That is, or in the case of quantum mechanics, if we write L and ML for a particular quantum number L, this must be 0, and here this quantity is 0, and this is I take a particular value for L. L is equal to, for L is equal to 2, ML must have values 0, plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2. Okay. So our case L is equal to 2, then it must be equal to 1, and this must be equal to 2. And here it must be equal to minus 1, and it must be equal to minus 2. In the similar way, if J is equal to 2, K must have the values 0, plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, etc. So this is the similar case. Okay. If the quantum number J represent the total angular momentum of the molecule, and K represent the projection of the total angular momentum upon the molecular symmetry axis. Here, this is the total angular momentum, and this quantity is the projections. Okay. The positive and negative values corresponding to the clockwise and anti-clockwise rotation about the top axis. And here, this is the spectrum obtained in the case of methyl chloride. All the levels with K greater than 0 are doubly degenerate because the occurrence of K square term. We know that in the expression of energy, there is a K square term. Okay. So, for a particular value of K square, then when we take its root, we know that plus and minus values. Okay. Plus K and minus K. Okay. So there must be two different levels corresponding to a particular energy. Okay. So it is doubly degenerate. And in the case of prolate, A minus B into K square is always positive because B is less than A. Okay. And for oblate, B greater than C, then C minus B into K square is always negative. Okay. In the figure, here we represent two plots, and the first plot is corresponding to prolate, and the second plot, this plot, The plot A represents for prolate and the spectrum B represents for oblate symmetric top. And when we observing at the figure, it is clear that the energy increases as K increases. Okay, in prolate, because of this quantity. Look at here, the m minus b k square is always positive. Then if k increases, a minus b into k square added to the previous term, then the energy increases. And in the case of oblate, c minus b into k square is negative, always negative. So when increasing the value of k, the energy decreases. And the selection rule corresponding to symmetric top transition is delta j plus or minus 1 and delta k equal to 0. And here the frequency of transition corresponding to symmetric top molecule is obtained by, we know that it is equal to, what is nu bar jk, it must be equal to delta of epsilon jk. Delta of epsilon jk must be equal to nu bar jk. It is a difference epsilon j plus 1. Here there must be a k, but it is not written here because of, for any molecule, it may be oblate or prolate, that term vanishes because it only depends on k, isn't it? Okay, and here we represent the transition is possible from, we know that the selection rule is corresponding to symmetric top molecule is delta j plus or minus 1 and delta k is equal to 0. So if k is same, the transition is possible. So the transition is taking from the same k values. So the different term arising from the both terms must vanish. So it only depends on j value 2b into j plus 1. And here 2b into j plus 1, it is similar to that of a rigid atomic molecule. Okay, so when we looking at the spectrum, we know that it is independent of k, indicating that the rotational change about the symmetric axis do not give rise to a rotational spectrum. Okay, the allowed transition are shown in figure. When we analyzing this, uh, we take only the rotational constant term only. Okay, when we introduce the distortion, centrifugal distortion, the d, the capital D value, we know that the d is the centrifugal distortion constant, uh, because of the molecules is not rigid, it is elastic, something elastic. So there must be some centrifugal motion, centrifugal rotation motion. So we introduce the case of the distortion constant d in the non-rigid rotator. So So one has to take the centrifugal stretching into account to get the correct spectrum. Okay. So it is about symmetric top. We have to discuss only up to this. Then the last topic from the chapter, that is the informations derived from rotational spectra. Okay. There are four different informations can be obtained directly from the rotational spectra, or molecular structure, dipole moment, and atomic mass, and nuclear quadrupole moment. Okay, then what values can be obtained as the molecular structure? Okay, in the previous sessions we have discussed that in the case of rotational, in the case of rigid rotor, we have obtained the moment of inertia from the values of B. Okay, so we can obtain the different moment of inertia. For example, in the case of symmetric top molecules, we can obtain the moment of inertia IA, IB, and IC. Okay, so we can obtain the values of moment of inertia IA, IB, and IC from the rotational spectrum, and we can also estimate the force constant. Okay, and we can obtain the rotational distortion constant D. In the section of non-rigid rotator, we have obtained a relation between B, K, and D. Okay, so first from the spectrum, we will obtain the successive the difference between the adjacent lines are 2B. Okay, then from 2B we can obtain B value. Then using the mass we can obtain moment of inertia. Okay, then we can obtain the bond length, and then we can obtain the force constant K, and we can obtain the value of D. These quantities or these informations can be obtained the rotational spectrum. And the second is dipole moment. Electric dipole moment can be obtained from the rotational spectrum. Okay, and the next is atomic mass. Using the concept of isotope effect, okay, we can obtain the atomic mass of different isotope, and we can also measure the quadrupole hyperfine structure, and that will give the quadrupole coupling constant or the quadrupole moment. So I conclude this chapter here. In the next chapter, we will discuss the IR spectroscopy or the vibrational spectroscopy. Thank you.